Harambe YouTube? It's Charles here, and today I get to do something special. I have a friend that was looking to make room. He's not as big a comic reader and collector anymore, so he decided he wanted to gift me with his collection, and I was so stoked about it. He brought over 2 long boxes and a couple of bags full of comic books. So I'm going to take you through, show you what I was able to pull out, and what instantly drew my attention from it. I'm going to be putting out a lot of these videos because it's a lot of comic books, and so it's going to take me a while to get through them all. 2 long boxes and 2 bags is a lot of comics. And considering all the current comics that I read and that I post videos on, it's going to be a while. So, I'll be able to make these little videos where I get to talk about some back issues and some stuff from back before I was collecting. Because, I started collecting in 2019. So, relatively, new collector, even though if you looked at my collection, you wouldn't think so, because I have, let's just say I have a lot of comic books. A lot of them. And as of today, a lot more, so let's get into it. Now, recently, Shi from Crusades Comics, that's spelled S-H-I, has been putting out new series. Started with Return of the Warrior. And that really got me interested in the character, so I went back and I was able to find some solo back issues, not too many, and even a crossover done for Crusade Comics with Vampirella. So that was fun to get into. And the first series I noticed was She the Series, and we're starting at number 7 here. So I was very excited about that because I haven't been able to find too many of the back issues. That one I had in my hand was one I got from Midtown Comics, I believe. That was number 3, and it was from the year before this, I believe in 97. This is from 98. And like I said, we're starting with number 7 right here. And one thing he mentioned is that there were going to be likely some multiples, because he would order a book and then he would find it locally. And there are quite a few multiples, but fortunately from what I've seen, it's all alternate covers, so that's cool. Certain covers stand out. I can frame them and still have, something I can go to the stacks and pull out when I want to read it. And we got She number 8. And then we got She number 9 with how many covers here? 4 different covers. This is a beautiful cover right here. And then this last cover of number 9 is more of that animation style. Pretty reminiscent of the Vampirella crossover that I have. And then we go to issue number 10. And we have quite a few covers for number 10. Looks like 4 more covers. So we have this cover right here, with just her face there, and then this cover featuring her face coming out of the water. I really dig that cover. And then we have this cover right here. And then my favorite of number 10 is just her crouched down, grabbing a sword from her, from her back. Very hip cover. And then as far as 11 goes, we have multiples. No, we only have one number 11. Great cover, though. We got one number 12. And a number 13. Brilliant, beautiful cover here. And then from other She series, we have She and Cyblade. It's a crossover. We got two issues of that, alternate covers. Number 1. And then we have She Masquerade. That's going to be going right on the top of my read quickly pile. and She, Black, White, and Red. And he said, he actually gave me a text later saying that he had more of these books. And so I got a little bit more to look forward to. And then we got some Lady Death, Between Heaven and Hell, number 1 through 4. We have a very cool foil cover right here. Now, the one thing that is interesting about these books is, usually you will have book numbers on the cover, letting you know what's going on. And I really had to turn to the inside cover to find out that these were even in the same series and what number they are, because we just have the Lady Death art and the logo and the signature of the cover artist, but really nothing really numerical to let us know where we are in the series. So that's an interesting quirk of that series. So that's what I got for Lady Death. And then we got this right here, a crossover between Violator and Badrock. I do not know who Badrock is, but Violator is a character in the Spawn universe, and so definitely stoked about that. We got crossover of Evangeline and Prophet. I'm not too familiar with these characters, but I'm gonna get familiar because there were stacks and stacks of Evangeline in the book, and actually a lot of Prophet books as well when I was going through the long boxes. So these would be characters that I definitely get more familiar with. But really, the cover stood out to me when I was going through the long boxes. I'm going to show you this one last here. Then we got one straggler I want to show out, and then one thing that really surprised me. So we have the Punisher War Journal Countdown, July 80. So we got this from Marvel Comics. And then this is very cool. A few weeks ago, I started reading Witchblade when he started out the new series, and I really enjoyed it. But I lamented that I didn't get to go back, get in on the first story arc and the way the character was introduced initially, until Image a couple of months ago maybe, put out a facsimile edition of the first issue of Witchblade, which is a recreation of it. I think the only thing that wasn't the same is the price tag on top, but the same cover, even the same advertisements inside. And so when I was thumbing through the books, this cover looked familiar, and I realized it is the #1 issue. This is the first print #1 issue of Witchblade that I bought the facsimile of. I never thought I would see this in my life. This is, I'm excited about that. And not just that, because I have read and enjoyed the facsimile edition of this book. But we have #1, #2, you guessed it, #3, #4, and #5. And that's what I was able to dig out of the, that huge cache of back issues that I was very fortunate to receive today. This is what I pulled out that I'm really going to be getting into. To start out with, I have potentially years of reading to do before I get to the end of that box. I've also separated out some G.I. Joe issues, so I'm very excited about that. Just like I said, I got 2 full boxes plus a stack of G.I. Joe issues this big. This is where I'm starting. I'm gonna get these read, get them filed away. Hopefully get some good content for the channel for you guys from these books. And yeah, I got a lot of reading to do, a lot of videos to make, so I'll see you guys next time. Until then, keep reading them books. You know I will. I'm out.